You ain't have the look of a local, son. Think you could help a sick woman get on the mend? Reckon it's the orange fever. I do feel light in my head. Now that is just an awfully rude thing to say, sweetie. Well, Oh, fine, maybe you're no hog's fool, but I reckon we both come out better if you can help me cook up some tonic. Secret family technique. Been so for generations. Help me brew some up by gathering ingredients. I'll share the batch to make it worth your while, and sweeten the deal with 300 caps. Tell you what, have a bit. This is left over from an old batch, but should be a swig or two there. More'n enough to loosen you up, I'll wager. This and that. Let me know when you want to work out the details. There aren't too many ingredients, but I brew large batches, so we need a good bit of each. We'll need punga fruit, yeast, and some fishing batteries for that extra little kick. Punga fruit, and lots of it. The stuff those loonies make at the church is best. 10 of those will do, but might cost you. Wild fruit will do the trick, but you'll need twice as much of it. Yeah. Well, we'll need yeast. You can find it about anywhere, but there's a big stash on the boardwalk. 3 sacks is enough. You best keep this one to yourself, sweetie. The family tonic gets real kick from our secret ingredient. We need just a little bit of battery acid. Oh, don't look like that now. You reckon I'd be around to tell you about it if it weren't safe enough? Bring me 6 fishing batteries and I'll scrape 'em into the mix. I thought you'd never ask. Could it now? I suppose you'd know how to see to that, wouldn't you? I reckon you've got a deal, sweetie, but I better notice a difference in the tonic. You said you'd mend the still, sweetie. Why, I'm just folk. What more is there? Things aren't wonderful, but I reckon it's hard all around. My family's lived hereabouts since, well before the war, and I reckon we'll be here a long time yet. Here, I thought you were a quick one. Look, sweetie, I reckon you'd have shot me as soon as you walked in here if you weren't a kind soul, or at least an enterprising type. That old thing's been in my family for years and years. Well before the bombs, there was a time folks couldn't get no tonic by law, and my family did okay helping them get what they needed. I thought you'd never ask. Don't be a stranger now. Well, if it ain't my favorite out-of-towner. We need to... Wild fruit, eh? Just as good, if a slight weaker for flavor. Brewing low and slow, sweetie. Process takes about a day. Why don't you come back in a piece?
Welcome! Welcome to my extraordinary safari. Shall we get you registered? Only the finest bit of sport you've ever enjoyed. Once we review the rules and see to a nominal 1,000 caps registration fee, of course. That's the spirit, sir. The other participants are waiting, so just press the button inside to let me know when to begin. Tremendous showing! I do hope the experience was worth every cap. Let's commemorate your first safari with a token of our friendship, shall we? This axe was misplaced by one of my other patrons. She won't be needing it anymore, and it's a weapon of gruesome distinction. Enjoy it. Your enthusiasm is flattering, but I'll need time to round up more fodder. Could I trouble you to return in a day or two? But of course. What would you like to know? The participants, that's you, assemble in the arena. Once you've made your preparations, signal me with the button inside to begin the hunt. I'll remotely release a group of ferals against which you must defend yourself. Don't worry, I'll make sure there aren't too many loose at one time. You're in for quite a treat, if I do say so myself. Not an option, I'm afraid. The thrill wouldn't be the same if you knew I'd release you at the first sign of trouble, now would it? Weapons are your own responsibility, sir. I'm sure you have your own preferences, after all. On with the action, huh? Have I tried to chew on your skull, sir? Perhaps you've noticed my ability to string words into complete sentences. These ferals are nothing like myself. I'm no more a monster for providing them than you are for slaughtering them. I do hope... On with the action. As you please.
Well, hello there. Welcome to Haley's Hardware. Well, we have hardware. No, not at all. I'm just not used to people all the way out here. My usual customers, well, I usually smell them before I see them. The swamp folk mostly. I guess they don't bother me none because I was born here. They mostly trade meat and fruit, never any cash or goods. Them mercs are good for some trade and real hardware. So if you need ammo or anything like that, I can help you out. Oh, you're thinking, no, it's not a family thing. I took the name of the store when I found this place a couple years ago. Truth is, I don't even remember much before that. I woke up here with a headache a couple of years ago with the shop already set up. People came in and started trading. I didn't complain. It just became a job. I found some of it. Some was here when I got here. I got some from the mercs. And every once in a while, that weirdo with the boat comes up here and trades a few good things. Sure thing. Are you here to buy something? That's what I'm here for. Sure as the swamp folks' head is squishy. There's not much to tell. What do you want to know? Good doing business with you.
You made it past my traps? Get out of here, mister. Aren't you afraid the ghost will get you? No, I mean it, mister. The ghost will melt your brain to mush. You need to get out of here, and fast. So what if it was? I've bagged meaner than you, and I'll do it again. Well, all right. But any funny business, and I'll pop you one. My name's Kenny, and I'm the boss of this mine. I bet I can burp louder than you. I don't know. I ran away a long time ago. I live here all by myself. I wasn't born right. Mama hid me in the basement, and Pappy kinda just forgot about me. But I knew I had to go before I grew up. Look at me! I don't get the marks. I go around the wets and folk will shoot at me, thinking I was one of your type. I already told you I ran away. Shut up about it, all right? I got bored locked up in the basement all the time. So I started taking things apart and putting them back together again. Things aren't so strange when you can see all the stuff that makes them. You know, see something's insides? That's what the real thing is. I'm grown up enough already, and I'm the only thing I can be. Me. The grown-ups like my mom and pop just live in the wet. They're okay. They just don't trust outsiders like you. Most think I'm an outsider too, because I don't got the markings on me. I tend to stay away from the grown-ups. Except when they have a campfire. Some nights I hear them dancing. Then I sneak out to watch. Sure, I was getting tired of that anyway. This one time, I'm pretty sure I moved a bottle with my mind. Anybody ever say you talk too much? Old Man Herzog's mine hole isn't much, but it's home. He was a mean old man, owned this mine 1,000,000 years ago, made the miners work real hard, and didn't give them any money or food for their kid. One day, a bunch of miners sat down and just stopped working. Old Man Herzog, he didn't like that. Not a bit. So he blew them all up with 1,000,000 tons of dynamite. No one wanted to work in the mine after that. Then old Herzog came down here and hung himself. They say his angry ghost still haunts the mine. It doesn't scare me, though. Swamp folk know old Herzog's mine hole, say it's haunted. So I knew most folk wouldn't want it this way, except outsiders like you. Doesn't usually take more than a clapperjaw and a leg to scare them off. I go out to play some days, and might bag me a shellman to eat. Most days, I just sit here with my stories and toys, though. Sure, I was getting tired of that anyway. Did you know I once bagged a mirror 10 feet tall? I bet you can't beat me in a race. You look real slow. What you want to know? I don't know, mister. You didn't try to kill me, and you seem pretty nice for a grown-up, but still, how do I know I can trust you? Well, I guess you can stay here when you need to, and you can leave your stuff. I won't mess with it. So, do you like games? Want to play hide and seek or tag or something? Wait here and count to 10, slowly, then see if you can find me, okay? No cheating, close your eyes, count to 10. Go!